We're here today at the ABA offices in Washington, D.C. with Cynthia Calvert, co-director of the Project for Attorney Retention. I want to start right out with why you think firms are still so resistant to part-time partner scenarios.
I don't think we can say across the board that firms are resistant. Certainly, yes, there are big pockets of resistance, and that's one of the things that keeps PAR busy and keeps us in business. But I do think we're going to find that lessening for a number of reasons. One is it's just becoming so much more acceptable, and as you have successes, they build on successes and things become more acceptable. But another reason is with the economy and the law firms considering restructuring, one of the things they're looking at is alternative fees and flat rates. Once you start doing that, the issue of part-time and billable hours really falls by the wayside, and what the firms are going to be looking at more is who's efficient, who's effective, who's providing the best client service. And it really doesn't matter at that point how many hours you can put your bottom in a chair behind a desk. It really matters what your skill set is and what your experience is.
How important is it for law firms to see other law firms doing this?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it does take a core group of big law firms, influential law firms, taking these steps and being successful in order to get others to follow. I think that lawyers are very cautious by nature. They certainly are not risk takers. They want to wait and see what the other firms are doing, and then if they're doing well, they will go ahead and they will follow suit. And we're starting to see that now. PAR has a membership program for law firms. We have about 38 members, I believe, right now, and we have a few more firms that have told us that they are just about ready to join us. And all of these firms are very committed to the concept of work-life integration and retaining their good legal talent through giving people schedules that they can work while they're still able to enjoy a life outside of the office.
One of the things you've been finding in your studies is that at the core of these successful initiatives is client service.
Absolutely. Client service has got to be foremost. You don't get anywhere unless you're providing good client service.
Is that a selling point for some of these firms?
Absolutely. You know, it's important from two respects. One is it's important to the business reasons why law firms allow lawyers to work reduced hours. Because, honestly, if you don't allow them to work reduced hours, they're just going to leave and find another place where they can work the hours that they want to. So the law firms realize that if you keep your good talent by allowing them to reduce their hours, you maintain stable relationships with your clients. On the other side of it, we also have to look at the client interest, and of course it's important that the clients feel valued, and everyone realizes that. We've been working a lot with clients recently, and we're finding out that they do feel that they're getting good service. Honestly, a lot of times they don't even know that the lawyers they're working with have reduced their hours because the service is so good. But what we're hearing more from clients is they understand the value to them of law firms having part-time programs that aren't stigmatized, because they know that all of the money, all the time, all the effort they invest in getting a lawyer at an outside law firm up to speed on their business is not going to go to waste.
And just one more question about how you measure success. Is it through reduced stigma with your studies? Is it through the more firms, a combination? What's been some of the first measures of success you've seen?
It is a combination. We look at success on the individual level, on the firm level, and then on the broader level of the legal profession as a whole. At the individual level, success is the person happy? Is the person being very productive at work? Is the person feeling supported at work? And is the person able to do what he or she wants to do when outside the office? On the law firm level, we're looking at metrics because we think it's very important to have objective measures of how the program is progressing. So one of the things we look at is usage rate. It's not necessarily determinative, but if you have a high usage rate, it usually shows that the program is well supported and not stigmatized. We also look and see how many partners are working part-time, and we look to see, did those partners come up through the ranks? Were they part-time associates who were then promoted while they were part-time, and are they continuing to work part-time? That's a measure of a healthy program. And another thing that we look at are whether any men are working part-time at the law firm. If they are, again, that's another measure of success. And then for the legal profession as a whole, we're looking at success based on usage rate. We're also looking at it in terms of the buzz, the culture, how accepted is it? Are the people who are reducing their hours still viewed as productive professionals and things of that nature?
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Certainly my pleasure.